Hey everyone, this is some nerdy guy back again with another video. And today's video, I just want to make a quick thoughts on the whole Switch 2 reveal. I mean, it's been revealed already, but this is like the Nintendo Direct that happened this morning. We got games, information, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna get right into it. First thing, Mario Kart World. That is absolutely insane. I am so excited for Mario Kart World. Everybody was thinking it's just, Mario Kart 9, or Mario Kart 10 if you include Mario Kart Tour and like all this other stuff. And here it's Mario Kart World. Not only are you able to just play the Grand Prix and like play through the laps or whatever, you can, it's an open world or open zone rather, however they put it. They said free roam. So I don't know if it seems like it's completely open map, like from point A down to Z over here. If you want to go to E and go this way, you can go anywhere you want to go. So cool. Unfortunately, I don't have cool editing software to, put in clips of the game like everybody else does. I just want to talk about it. So that was the first thing. Very, very cool stuff. And then we got some information on like the features, like the C button that we were seeing on the Joy-Con, and it's game chat. They're finally putting in game chat for a Nintendo system, which I know there's some games that have had like native game chat only in a specific game, but this is the first time Nintendo has done, you just click a button and you can party chat with your friends. The way it looked to me was it kind of looked like Discord in a way, which I thought was interesting, like the way the icons looked and like, the green highlighted whenever who's speaking and all that. Which would be kind of cool if they just kind of implemented Discord. It probably would make things a lot easier, but Nintendo's good at Nintendo and they're just going to do their own thing, which is to be expected. So I can't really knock them for that. I mean, you can, but you should already know Nintendo's just going to do what they want to do and have their own ecosystem of, or like their own community for that kind of thing. So that was really cool. We got some information on, the specs, which me personally, I'm not really a specs guy. Like I just want to see the games. I don't really care that much. I mean, it's cool to know that games are just going to be running better. They're going to be able to play in 4K. Metroid Prime 4 specifically is going to run at 60 FPS in 4K. Or if you want to play 1080p, you get 120 frames. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Never seen that before. Even a lot of games now that are on PS5 and Xbox aren't running that. So that's pretty cool. There's also PC, but I don't care about PC. So to know that you can do that on your handheld Switch, that's just really cool to me. Even though, like I said, that's not the biggest selling point for me, unfortunately. So we got that. There was some new like mechanics with the Joy-Cons, which I thought was really neat. You got the whole mouse thing. So that's going to be really cool, because the first thing I said, because I know that was a rumor for a while that there was going to be like a mouse functionality with the Joy-Cons. And I was like, oh, that'll be cool for people who play FPS games. And sure enough, when they showed the Nintendo Switch 2 upgraded version of Metroid Prime 4, you can do that. You can have your one Joy-Con to do like your movement, and then the other Joy-Con, when you're aiming, you could just use the mouse, which I know a lot of people are more comfortable with that with their FPS games. Me, I just use a regular controller, so I probably won't do that. But the fact that the option is there is really cool. There's a new Pro controller, which I thought was really neat. It's got buttons on the back, like not really paddles, because they're like ingrained like into the controller on the back here, which is kind of neat. And it has the C button for the game chat. Ooh, I just dropped my controller. That's cool. I thought that was really cool. It doesn't look much different than the regular, except the Switch 1 Pro controller, other than the fact that it has white on the top and it says Switch 2 on the logo instead of just Switch. To go back to the mouse functionality with the Joy-Cons, they're making a whole new game. I already forget the name of it, but it's wheelchair basketball, which I thought is an interesting take. But it's cool, an inclusive game. So yeah, you like use the Joy-Cons like this to like make the wheels go, and it kind of reminded me of the basketball on Wii Sports Resort. but obviously way different because you're actually going back and forth from the court and stuff like that, which is really cool. That's just a cool like tech demo-y type game, way better than 1-2 Switch. I was really happy they did not do another 1-2 Switch game because I thought that would have been kind of lame. I didn't really care for that game. Even though it did kind of show the Joy-Con functionality and things like that, I just thought it was kind of corny. This game actually looks like a game you can play and just play it just because it's a fun game. So there was that. We're getting some upgrades. You pay a little bit of extra dough and you can get a Switch 2 upgraded version of Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Kirby's Forgotten Land, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and then Mario Party Jamboree. And Mario Party Jamboree is getting like a whole new mode with the whole game chat thing. There's like you can buy a camera and use a green screen, and you could put your face will be on your game chat, and there's a functionality with that with the new Mario Party Jamboree upgrade, which I thought that was cool. I also think it would be cool later on, I don't know if they'll do this, but using that camera, if they just partner up with Twitch, because, you know, there's tons of kids and, you know, people that are just on a budget that can't do streaming just by, you know, like buying a PC, buying a webcam, and like setting all this stuff up. It would be a cool way to have like a starter kit almost to doing Twitch. If you had the Switch camera and then have a Twitch app on Switch and be able to just stream just by clicking the button on your controller or whatever, that'd be kind of cool. I know Taylor, my friend, he's been streaming on his PS5 and he bought the PS5 camera and did all that, and Twitch is viable through the PS5. So I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to tackle maybe later on. They probably have to do a lot of like contracts and like legality things with that. The Switch 2 obviously isn't out yet, so that might be a thing that comes later down the line, but I think that'd be a really cool idea, knowing that you get a camera, or you can buy a camera for your Switch 2. So there's that. We got GameCube games. Oh my lord, I've been waiting so long for GameCube games. It is kind of sucky that there's only 3 games coming out day one. We've got Wind Waker, we've got F-Zero GX, and then we've got Soul Calibur 2. Very good picks for the game, or to start, but I was kind of hoping for like 10 games maybe, so the fact there's only 3 is kind of weak, but hopefully within like the first month they'll start dropping some, because I know they've got they showed like a little reel and there was Fire Emblem was in there, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and Coliseum, Luigi's Mansion, my favorite game of all time. Like I can't wait for that. Love the GameCube. Gonna try to get that controller. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try because it drops the same day as the console. So people are gonna be on that. Lots of third-party support. We got Street Fighter. We got Elden Ring. I don't care about Souls games. Sorry. Sports games. Also don't care about sports games. It's cool that they're there for people that like them. It's just nice to see that they're getting a lot of third-party support. Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy VII, that'll be cool. It'll be neat to see if they do like a exclusive Switch collector's edition version of the game. Would be kind of cool, because they, you know, did collector's editions of Rebirth and Remake. So that'd be kind of cool if they did like a little collector's box or something like that for those. We'll see what happens with that. So there's all that. We got a new FromSoft game, going back to the Souls thing. I'm not a big fan of Souls games, but it was really cool that they put in an exclusive game from FromSoft. So not only are you going to get all the FromSoft people to want to buy a Switch 2, then you already have all the Nintendo fans wanting to buy a Switch 2. So it prints money. That's like the whole meme of the DS. It prints money. Like literally, you're getting like 2 of the biggest like fan bases right now. FromSoft is just like the hottest commodity right now as far as like gaming and, you know, fandom goes, with Elden Ring and all that. So you get that, and then you get Nintendo, which has some of the most diehard fans ever, and you just clash those 2 together. I have a friend of mine that's really butthurt about it because he doesn't like exclusives and thinks that, you know, there should no longer be exclusives. I completely disagree. This is a system seller, and that is exactly what Nintendo needed to sell more consoles. That is their whole goal, is to sell this thing, and that did it. So that's just a good marketing strategy in my opinion. So I'm really glad to see that for people that are fans of those games. And then the last two things they had, there's a sequel to Kirby Air Ride, a game I never, ever, ever thought would come back. It wasn't shown for the GameCube, the Switch Online for GameCube, and that might be why. They'll probably wait until this game's coming out, and they'll be like, hey, when this game comes out, you can also play the first game. And that'd be kind of a cool, like, shadow drop kind of thing if whenever that game ends up coming out. It says this year, so that would be cool. I'm really excited for that. It looked great. At first, I thought it was a Super Smash Bros. Game, and I about lost it because it reminded me of the cutscene in Smash Ultimate where Kirby's like flying away. He's the last character surviving, and he's on his warp star just like going. And I thought for sure that's what it was, but still cool to see Kirby Air Ride. I like Kirby Air Ride a lot. It was a game I had as a kid, and it was one of the only GameCube game or only video game in general that I ever got rid of. I traded it to somebody for a copy of Mario 64 on my DS. I had just bought a DS and I wanted a good game to play on it. I highly regret that, but luckily I have it back now. I've gotten it back since then. And then last but not least, we are getting a 3D Donkey Kong open world platforming game that just looks insane. Just being able to dig through any surface in the map just looks awesome. Donkey Kong's new design kind of has me iffy. I mean, he looks cool. I like that it kind of gives like the old arcade Donkey Kong kind of vibe with it, especially with him wearing suspenders. I'm like, oh, he could be part of the Mario Bros. Now. He's wearing overalls. That's cool. But no, I think it looks so good. The animation, the graphics, just the lighting, and my mind was blown. I know it had been rumored for a while that we were going to get a 3D Donkey Kong game. So this must have been it. They saved it for Switch 2, and I'm glad they did because this game looks so good. I'm already a sucker for 3D platforming games, and we have been long overdue for a Donkey Kong game. Tropical Freeze and Country Returns HD were cool and everything, but like we needed a new, fresh Donkey Kong game. And this is going to be it. So I am over the moon about that. It kind of looks like, too, that it's within the Odyssey universe. I don't know what it is, but like some of the character designs of like the background characters and some of the maps, it almost kind of looks like it's within the Odyssey universe. So we'll have to see if that kind of ties in. Maybe there's a cameo of Mario because, you know, Mario and Donkey Kong kind of go hand in hand. So we'll have to see. I doubt it. They would just want to give. I would rather them give Donkey Kong his time to shine because Mario's always there. So it'll just be amazing. And it comes out June 5th. The Switch 2 comes out June 5th, which is very soon. I'm hoping I can get a pre-order for it because I definitely want to get this thing day one. And the Donkey Kong game only comes out a month after. You don't have to wait too long. You could play Mario Kart World for a month and then you get Donkey Kong right after that. So that's going to be awesome. And I think some of those other third-party games are also coming day one. I can't remember exactly which ones are day one launches. I'm probably not going to go too hard on the third-party stuff. I just really want Mario Kart and I really want Donkey Kong. So I'll probably pre-order both of those games. So yeah, the Switch 2 is coming and is coming soon. So let me know in the comments if you're also excited for the Switch 2 and what gripes you have. What are you excited about? All that fun stuff. And yeah, so whenever the Switch 2 comes out, I'll definitely do a video of me getting it. If I get one. I don't know if I'll be able to snag one day one or not. Pre-orders might sell out, but we'll hope for the best. I got another limited run video coming up soon also. So if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and until the next one, see ya.